Welcome to the Elite Athlete Podcast. I am Dr. Nicole Tatro, and I'm here to help you unleash your peak performance and dominate your sport with fierce confidence and unstoppable energy. Whether you're a high-level athlete, a dedicated parent, a coach, or an agent, this podcast is for you. Get ready for ultimate strategies, expert insights, and cutting-edge tips that will take your game to the next level. We'll also cover personalized blood work analysis to provide unique insights that can transform your performance. We'll explore personalized health, optimized nutrition, and powerful recovery techniques. Whether you're on the ice, the field, or in the gym, together, we'll unlock your true potential and make your athletic dreams a reality. Let's do this, because greatness is within you, and it's time to unleash it. Welcome back to the Elite Athlete Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Nicole Tatro, and today I want to dive into a challenge that so many athletes face: mid-season fatigue. Especially when you live in a state that's a little bit dreary this time of year. If you've ever hit a point in your season where you feel drained, overwhelmed, or stuck in the grind, this episode is for you. Or if you're listening for your athletes, I know you know it's for them. Let me take you back to my own days as a college athlete. Many of you know I played both field hockey and softball in college. And balancing the demands of two sports while staying on top of schoolwork was, let me just say, it was not easy. Field hockey season actually was obviously starting, it was in the fall. We started in the summer 2 weeks before school started. So you had preseason. And when you got into the fall, at the same time, fall softball practices were also in full swing. So it was really hard for me. I was actually there for softball is what recruited me there, or how I got to Sacred Heart. So it was really difficult because I felt really obligated to always be at softball, but it was in season for field hockey. I did my best to juggle both, but the truth is it felt like there was really no downtime because there wasn't. Then once January rolled around, obviously field hockey was done, but we literally hit the ground running with 6 a.m. indoor softball practices. I was doing everything I could to keep my head above water, managing classes, trying to make good grades, and staying focused on my dream of getting into physical therapy grad school, because I was there for undergrad and then moved into physical therapy school. Anyway, but at the time, it was tough. Brutal, even, actually. By the time we got to the spring break, we were playing at least 10 games. I think it was 10 games in Florida. So really, we never had a break, okay? And then when we came back, we were literally coming back to snow-covered fields for the official season start. The grind was constant, and I remember being absolutely exhausted mid-season, or whenever it was, right? I don't know if there's even a thing. So here's the thing. There was no room to let up. If you didn't show up, you didn't play, right? And I don't think that's changed today. But these days, I see athletes facing similar challenges, if not even more intense ones. There's an official off season on paper, right? But we all know the reality. Training, travel, and competition never really stops. The demands are high, and that mid-season fatigue is real. But here's the good news. Mid-season fatigue doesn't mean you're failing. It's a signal. Your body and mind is telling you it's time to reset and recharge. And today, I'm going to share some practical strategies to help you do just that without losing your momentum, because we know that we have our eye on that prize, right? So let's talk about why mid-season fatigue hits so hard. It's not just physical exhaustion, it's mental and emotional as well. The constant pressure to perform in your sport, your academics, and your life can feel overwhelming. And when you hit that point of fatigue, it's easy to lose focus or even question why you're putting yourself through it at all. The key isn't to ignore it or push through it blindly. It's about making small, intentional changes to adjust, recover, and keep moving forward. So why don't we start with nutrition? Food is your fuel. Mid-season is not the time to skimp on calories or nutrients. Your body is working overtime, and you need to replenish it with high-quality fuel. Focus on protein for muscle repair, complex carbs for sustained energy, and healthy fats to support your overall function. Don't underestimate the importance of micronutrients like magnesium and potassium, which help combat that fatigue and aid your recovery. And we've talked about recovery over and over. That's one of my main focuses for you all. A simple adjustment like adding more leafy greens, bananas, or nuts can make a big difference. So let's talk a little bit about recovery, right? One of my favorite topics. Recovery doesn't mean sitting on the couch all day, okay? That is not what recovery means in my world. Active recovery, like light stretching, yoga, or even a walk, can help your body recover faster. You have to believe me. These movements promote blood flow and reduce soreness, keeping you feeling more energized. And then there's sleep. Sleep is critical, especially mid-season. I know how busy life can get with practices, games, school, and travel, but you have to prioritize sleep. You have to try to get 7 to 8 hours. 7 to 9 would be best. Quality sleep. This can make or break your performance. So here's a quick tip for athletes that are on the road. If you don't have access to a gym or a space for your usual routine, a quick body weight circuit like push-ups, squats, or planks can wake up your body and keep you on track. But fatigue isn't just physical. Let's not forget the mental side. When you're pushing through day in and day out, it's easy to lose sight of your why. Why are you doing this? Why do you show up every day, even when it's hard? For me, back in college, my why was clear. I wanted to succeed as an athlete and get into physical therapy school. These days, my why has shifted. It's about helping you, the athletes I serve, build a foundation of health and resilience that lasts a lifetime, not just a moment in time. If you're unsure of your why, here's a simple exercise. And I also want you to catch my prior episode that aired on Thanksgiving Day. So be sure to tune into that. But let's talk about it right now. Ask yourself why you started playing your sport. Then ask why that matters to you. Keep asking why until you get to the heart of it. That's your deep inner why, right? That anchor that will keep you going, even on the hardest days. And trust me, I get it. Some days are tougher than others. Even now, there are days when I know what I need to do, but it feels impossible to get started, right? I always say that I feel like I'm stuck in mud. It's like a real feeling to me. So I get it. I'm right there with you. I try to strive to show you that I'm very authentic and real and not just giving you information that I don't try myself or I don't experience. You know what I mean? So I get it. But on those days, I try to remind myself to give myself a little bit of grace, right? Progress isn't linear. It means it's not in a straight line. And it's okay to feel stuck sometimes. What matters is that you just keep going. You keep showing up. Keep doing the thing. So what can you do today to combat mid-season fatigue? Let's start with one small intentional step. Maybe it's adding an extra serving of veggies to your plate, setting a slightly earlier bedtime, or taking 10 minutes to stretch after practice. These small actions can add up over time, and they'll help you feel stronger, more energized, and more focused as the season goes on. And if you're feeling like you need more guidance, I'd love to help you. My new game plan session is the perfect way to take stock of where you are and create a custom strategy to fuel your goals. It's just 30 minutes of your time. We can do this virtually. In fact, that's pretty much the only way I'm doing it these days. But it can make a huge difference. I can help you get an idea of where you should go next, okay? So go to www.the-eliteathlete.com. You can learn a little bit more and book your session today. I want to thank you for spending time with me today, as always, on the Elite Athlete Podcast. If this episode resonated with you at all, please share it with a teammate, a parent, or anyone else who might be feeling this mid-season slump, or any athlete that you know. It really does help me. It helps me serve more athletes just like you, because if you share it, then other people will be able to notice, okay? So remember, fuel smarter, recover smarter, and keep pushing forward. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. Thanks for joining me today on the Elite Athlete Podcast. Remember, achieving peak performance isn't just about what happens on the field, the court, or the ice. It's about mastering your body from the inside out. Every step you take, every adjustment you make to your health and mindset brings you closer to the athlete you're meant to be. If today's episode inspired you to take action, or you're curious about how you can level up your performance through targeted strategies like blood work analysis, head over to the-eliteathlete.com. There, you'll find program options that are designed to meet your specific needs and help you optimize your health and performance. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this podcast with your teammates, coaches, or anyone else you know who's ready to elevate their game. Together, we can build a community of athletes who aren't just strong and fast, but who thrive because they're healthy, balanced, and empowered to push beyond their limits. Stay committed, stay focused, and I'll catch you in the next episode of the Elite Athlete Podcast. Until then, keep striving for greatness. And remember, you are not alone in this journey.